Hello, how is everybody doing? Welcome to the stream. Welcome in. Thank you very much. Thank you, Asfahadi, for 6 months already. God, half a year. How time passes. Thank you. Hello. It's been over a week. It hasn't been a week since I streamed. I have no clue anymore. I think it has been over a week. Track of time. Yeah, it has been a very mixed time. And it has been a very mixed time since I last streamed. A few things have happened. Some good. And a few not so good things. Let's start with the positives. My dentist appointment went by okay. On like my tooth health problem kind of part. So there was nothing like too wrong this time. And I pulled yesterday. Just did a one temple. I'm like, yeah, just do one temple, and I got lucky, and I got my Sethos. So that were the two positive things that happened. Now for the elephant of the negative things that happened. For the one thing regarding that dentist appointment, well, it did go well. I was informed that apparently now my, like, whatever that's called in English, like my health insurance thingy, that is like, it's not a private insurance, but like the one that you have to do like by law, like the general public thingy, does not pay for tooth repairs anymore in any kind of way, not even the simple ones. Everything now costs money. Which, according to contract that I have signed and that I pay for, should not be the case. It clearly states, does pay for the simple, non-extras repairs. So, I've been very pissed, and they have not been answering calls, yeah, they've been breaching contract. And I haven't been to the dentist since like last time I had my appointment, which was like the normal usual time you have between like the must-have appointments that you're having. So I wasn't to the dentist this year yet, but apparently they have had a fallout with the insurance, that specific insurance company, and because that insurance company is not paying anymore, and like the dentists were sitting on a load of operations not paid and everything, and they were like in the minus because of that. So they said like, okay, we have like two options: either you get no appointments anymore when you're like part of this insurance, or you pay it yourself. So yeah, that's the situation. I am now looking into changing my insurance up to a different one. As far as I could see, that there is like no like time limits to like canceling that. I already like picked out a new one. I just have to like set up a letter on the weekend and like send that out, and let's see how long it takes to actually like switch there. I'm not sure. My next appointment for the dentist is on the wait, I have it here, on the 18th. So not too far away, like 2 weeks or something. Let's see if the switch happens fast enough so that I don't have to like pay it. Because gladly, that is just like insane. Like, what the heck? The funny thing about this is that the insurance that I am like part of, it's not like some random off the street random tiny insurance that you can't trust or something like your own fault for picking that thing. It's the biggest one in the country. So congratulations. biggest and biggest loser at the same time. So yeah, so much for being safe, for picking the default option. Default at being bad, maybe. So yeah, I was a little yeah. Now I'm picking a smaller one. It's their fault if they breach contract. But I'm wondering if I can, like, you know, if I should pay that, if I can, like, sue them out of this. Mind you, it's like not much money. It's like under 100 euro, but still, it would be a lot of money, like, for me currently, because I'm like in the minus and stuff. So like every cent, I'm like nah cent needed. I'm like very picky currently because of my financial situation. So yeah. Also, it's like, it is my right. I signed this thing and it says they're paying that, like, the normal amount. And mind you, it's I think, so far as I am aware, it's like the minimum thing that, like, the law dictates they need to pay. It's not like their courtesy or anything. It's the medium that they need to do. Because you are you're in Germany, you have to pay this health insurance, like the minimum. Therefore, the insurance companies have, like, a minimum that they need to uphold and stuff. So it is complicated, and apparently they are, like, still fighting in court, like, on the big scale. But yeah, hopefully I'm gonna be out of this situation soon enough. Yeah. The other big problem currently, I think probably everybody has heard of it by now, at least I think so, is, like, the flooding thing going on. And I'm, like, sitting here in the middle, inside of it, and I'm like, well, so far, everything is, well, not dandy, but it's like, everything is dry here, and still. Yesterday there was, like, a so far no swimming. I think I would have a hard time streaming if I was underwater. Even though I'm like not on the ground floor, so maybe that would. Nah, I think electricity would be gone if that were the case. But yeah, a lot of, like, streets and bridges have been like the little evacuated or, like, prohibited to be used, and it's a mess to, like, keep track of it all. Like, where am I allowed to move? And they published a map yesterday on if things do not hold, like, what will be flooded, like, which areas. And sadly, where I currently am is, like, in the big yellow, so that means, like, if the damn things, the barriers do not hold, then then I go swimming, but not the fun kind, the swimming in the disgusting, dirty water that kills you. So nah. I'm hoping it holds. Like, the helpers here are, like, super up to it. They are, like, like 3 or 4 days they're already, like, on it. Whenever they see, like, a tiny bit, like, skimping over, they put down more barrier stuff, because we have not these, like, modern things that you see a lot where you have, like, these metal wall thingies, but we have the good old-fashioned, like, sandbag thingies. So whenever they see it a little bit going over, they put on another layer. The problem is they're running a little low on resources for that, because we have such a big long amount of like riverbed and everything here. So you can like mathematically think, like, the longer the path is that you need to build a wall up, when you need to add one layer, how many backs you actually need. So it's a little dumb. It's a little dumb. We need a lot of backs for this. And on some parts, the, like, already erected barriers have been a little soaked through, and I need to actually, like, change 1 or 2 up, so it's actually still holding. Then they blocked off the bridges from use, so you can no longer use the bridges, which is Inconvenient, but still okay, because you can still get to the other side. You just need to drive around the thing, so it's workable. It's just very annoying. You just have to like look at the map every day and see like, okay, where am I still allowed to pass and where am I not allowed to pass or something. Something like that. As I said, at the moment it's okay. Like, if it doesn't hold, then I hope I still have like a phone connection and I can write to you that like I've gone bloop. That's the only thing that I'm gonna say then, probably, because I'll probably need to save battery or something. But let's just hope that doesn't happen. I think they did a calculation that like we're like on the like at the peak of the water levels like today or like this morning, and that it's going down now. But I'm only believing it when I see it, so we'll have to like wait and see. But other than that, I'm doing fine. Other than that, we're doing good. Like my voice is still a little on the weak side. I did. Can you hear that? I did buy some cough drops. So just in case. Thank you for the hydrate. Yeah, I also have a big old water bottle here. So I'm prepared for the stream. And this time I didn't forget. I was smart. Holding the voice strong, yeah. Until my appointment. Which I hope will help them. Because I am kinda... I'm kind of bored of this spray thingy, and it doesn't help much, but it's annoying to use. If you understand my meaning, it's I don't know. Can't be too healthy, even though it should be. Okay. Today I planned on playing through the Genshin current like new added main quest thingy, because I thought it has probably lots of voice dialogue, so I can like rest my voice a little bit, and at the same time we're gonna be entertained, and maybe we can talk a little bit in between, you know, like whenever we find a topic. I finished, so I can watch without spoilers. The only thing I spoiled myself with was not a story specific thing, but I only spoiled myself on how long the quest will be, which apparently is under 2 hours, so I should be fine doing that. Also, I probably I'm not sure, do quests give friendship XP or not? Because if they give friendship XP, I'll be running around with Setos. If not, I can run a different team. But we can run him just because too, because it doesn't matter. Just so we have like a change up, maybe. It does, okay. At the very least that. But yeah, maybe because I'm too lazy to change. Okay. The game's already running. Give me a second. It's fine to see someone new. Yeah, he's struggling a tiny bit in the overworld, but I think it's fine. Oh. Twitch, let me change category, please. Bad timing to not work. Ah, there we go. Doing it thing. There we go. You should have sound, I think. Oh, I need to deactivate my music, probably. Otherwise the sound will be too quiet. There's not much music going on in game currently, but other than that. Did the water time not work again? I have no idea what the deal is with Vinyan currently not working. It might be because I didn't update it, but don't tell anybody. Let me see what the node graphs say. Node graph? You should do something. I
If you're
think.
always asking why, you end up thinking yourself into a corner. Sometimes it's better.
No flooding. I mean, it's just a little splash. We don't water right now. Technically, but it's virtual water. That's okay. Water. It should be here. Wait, I'm clicking it inside of the program if it does something. Let's see. That does something. Did you see that? It doesn't make a sound though.
Very fascinating people in the academia.
Also, it's a little too opaque, don't you think? Is that better? Yeah, that's better. Why did it not do that when it was coming from here? I'm a little confused. Oh. It's doing it now? I'll just give up on understanding things sometime. Tech is tech, and apparently I'm dumb, or I'm unlucky, or what do I know? It works for me. Leave it makes up, I'll swim. Oh, I'll have to swim enough. God, I will miss Fontaine so much. Not because of like the country itself, because of the underwater areas. I do enjoy swimming so much. And maybe it's just me, but like the little trailer thingy they showed for like Netland, when they showed like we have to like fly, swim, walk, and jump around as like dinosaurs, I was so unexcited somehow. I mean, I have my characters. I want to see my characters. I don't want to swim around 20 minutes as like ugly dinosaur. You know what I mean? I am hoping still that they get a saddle and we're like on top of them. But then I saw the one going into the lava, and I'm like, if we have a saddle and it goes into the lava, we're dead. So, I'm just hoping it's not too much of the actual exploration, or I'm going insane. I already didn't like the, what was it called? You know what I mean. This thing, the Sarouche gameplay, that already like annoyed the heck out of me. I don't know. Maybe I'm just weird. Okay, let's start this. Let's see how this is going. Whenever I go to a Catherine, I'm a little nervous.
Perfect. It's you two. I have a commission here that has your names written all over it. In fact, I'd even go so far as to say you're the only ones for the job.
The only ones for the job?
So it's dangerous.
If our work is really that important, it's probably some Archon class commission, right?
Oh, Paimon doing the meta here and calling it an Archon class commission. She knows what's up.
The Adventurers Guild doesn't employ that kind of classification system. In fact, this commission is also probably not nearly as intimidating as what you're expecting. All it asks us to do is to find a missing person.
That could be either easy if there's not enough clues, or it's gonna be impossible.
Huh? Then why did you say we were the only ones for the job?
I came across this commission while reviewing our backlog not too long ago. It seems simple, but our records indicate that over a dozen successive efforts to complete it have all ended in failure, despite attempts by several accomplished and renowned adventurers. With the reputation of the Adventurers Guild and the performance of the Sumeru branch at stake, it's in our best interest to assign this commission to
This is screwing with our records, that's what she's saying.
Well, that's us for sure.
All I'm asking is for you to give it your best shot. If it proves to be beyond your capabilities as well, I'll talk to the commissioner about canceling the commission.
Okay, so who are we looking for? And what is it about this commission that's made it so hard to complete?
This commission was jointly issued by the residents of Vimara Village. They say one of their own villagers has gone missing. But the problem is, they don't know the missing
They
person's
don't know
name.
who's
They
missing?
can only provide information about his general appearance.
Okay, the person's missing. You know, the one with the And then they just started like describing the person. But we weren't as close as to ask the name, you know.
They're all from the same village, but they don't even know his name? If so many adventurers have failed to complete this commission, maybe this missing villager doesn't exist at all. Could it be some sort of a prank or something?
Unlikely. Several villagers came by to issue the commission, and judging by their appearance and tone of voice, they seemed incredibly sincere. It certainly didn't seem like a joke to them. Besides, putting up a commission requires a processing fee. There aren't many upsides to a prank that costs Mora to carry out.
I mean, that one is true. Why would they pay for it otherwise? Unless this mystery person pranked them by their like appearance in the village and then they just disappeared, taking on another appearance somewhere else, and therefore they can't be found.
In any case, it would probably be best to go to Vimara village and ask around first. The Adventurers Guild does have some information on hand, but I would say anything you can learn directly from the villagers would be far more reliable. The best way to avoid misdirection is to go to the source.
Okay, go question villagers. I got it.
Alright then, let's go! Paimon's starting to get really curious about this whole thing.
Okie dokie. That bedtime story. I need to be careful not to fall asleep when it's a bedtime story. God, that's so far away. I'm definitely gonna teleport. I think that's the intelligent solution here.
We made it to Vimara village! Why don't we talk to some of the villagers to learn a little bit more about the missing guy? If this commission
Ask anybody but this first person here.
We're gonna need to carry out a very detailed investigation.
Well, like, oh no, this person doesn't look like he knows anything. We're gonna ask this person. So multiple people here gave up a commission. Which means probably the person that went missing was also popular, right?
Hello there. You looking to buy something? I do business in this area.
Sus. You know what? If I went missing, there wouldn't be too many people. Like, definitely not that whole town giving up commissions to find me. But on the same side, if the person was popular, why does nobody know the name?
Oh, no. We're adventurers. Catherine sent us to look into a commission here in Vimara village.
Ah, so you're here about that, then. You're not the first, that's for sure. We've certainly made a lot of trouble for you all. To be honest, we aren't holding out much hope. Many adventurers have made their way out here, confident they'd be able to help us, only to leave soon after with nothing to show for their efforts. We've pretty much had it up to here in questions, and the area around the village has practically been overturned in search of clues.
So that means the person must be further away.
So, this person we're looking for, what's his name? Where did he live? Does he have any relatives?
I don't know. I really have no clue. I couldn't tell you.
Okay, that is very sus indeed. Like, at the very least, tell us where you met the person. Like, how do you know the person? Like, did you meet at the grocery shopping? Like, hello? Nothing? All answers is I don't know. Yeah, what am I supposed to do with that? I mean, even if somebody tells me, like, okay, I'm searching for the person that I saw at the bus station once, at least you can say, okay, they saw them at the bus station, but, like, more info, please.
Okay, guess you are really sick of answering questions.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to sound short with you. I was actually just giving you my answer to your questions. I know it may seem like we don't have anything to offer by way of information, but I promise you, we all have a very strong impression of him. When you live in the same village as someone, you develop a lot of memories together, you know?
Not enough memory to remember the... I mean, even if I don't know the name, there should be more.
I don't know the specifics. Maybe we did at one point, but that information is long gone by now.
That somehow, to me, does sound like memory tampering, right? Somebody made them forget details or something.
At least that's what everyone in the village seems to think. We've all exchanged what we know, and that was the only logical conclusion.
It's definitely tampering. Like, they all have been flashed at the same time, like, you forget about this person. Forget. Apparently it wasn't enough because everybody, like, There was somebody here. I don't know what, but
Alright, specifics aside then, what kind of person was he?
like they removed all personal info, but since the whole village knows, it's hard to remove it all.
Young guy.
Exactly.
In his early 20s, probably. Incredibly kind sort of person. Always willing to lend a helping hand.
Like, the looks of the person would be good.
I'd chat with him when I didn't have any customers. I even saw him stick out his neck for others on more than one occasion. Very interesting guy, that one.
Now that you've started talking about him, you don't seem nearly as down in the dumps as you did before. Seems like he left a pretty good impression on you.
But of course, everyone in the village is pretty fond of him. We wouldn't have issued that commission otherwise. There aren't many young people like him nowadays. So genuine and pure. To think that he just up and disappeared one day. I just hope nothing bad happened.
Could he have just moved away without telling anyone?
Then why did they suddenly forget details?
No, he's not the type to leave without saying goodbye. And anyway, moving away without being seen by a single person in the village? There's no way he would have been able to manage that.
Huh. Alright, thanks for the information. We're gonna go ask around some more.
We're gonna suss around some more. Definitely sussy. I want some fish. I need way too many fish for cooking. I see, this is... Like all quests, this is gonna be a lot of dialogue.
I hear.
Hi, Grandpa Amadea. We're here to help you look for the guy that's gone missing.
Ah, so that's what brings you to these parts. Coming all this way for our sake. That's so very kind of you. With your help, I trust that young man's case is in good hands.
Could you tell us a bit about him?
Of course. I'm happy to help any way I can.
Where is Hazel and Cabo? Yes, where are they? If you're keeping them hostage, are you at least feeding them or something? I am worried at this point. I think I saw a list somewhere, like how many patches since like everybody like reran, and wasn't like the next in line Razor was also on the list. Yeah, Sinyan. What else was on the list? I didn't remember it very much, but some of them were on the list.
With my failing eyesight, I'm afraid I can't offer much about his appearance. But I do remember hearing the sound of his voice. Not recently, of course. That loss has left me feeling
Voice a lot,
quite
yeah.
empty.
Wait, more like oftentimes it's characters that are like not that popular, which kind of reminds me of the time that Eula didn't have a rerun in like forever. You know what I mean?
I don't think his parents are still living in the village, but somehow he never seemed lonely. In fact, he was usually the one offering companionship to others.
I mean, if you're asking me, they really need a system in place to like avoid things like this. The first thing I would do is actually do like this this what was it called? This other banner, what they did like monster themed, whatever it was called. Do that, but regularly, and like leave all the characters you put in there. So, like the old characters are like rerun all the time. And for the 4 stars, I would actually like put more in the shop. Like put the old ones in the shop, or the ones that you deem not worthy of rerun. Like put them in the shop. Easy peasy.
He would often take time to visit the elderly or play with the orphans in the village. And whenever someone had something on their mind, he was there to listen with open ears. He always knew just what to say.
I'll leave the pity to continue next. Yeah, exactly. Like, leave it as like a third option or something.
As the village chief, I owe him many thanks. Helping villagers navigate difficult moments in their lives should have been one of my responsibilities. But he was often the one rising to the occasion.
Wow. He seems like such a nice and gentle person. No wonder his disappearance affected you all so much. But, you wouldn't happen to know any details about his name, address, or family situation, right?
I'm ashamed to admit it, but
Nobody
I
can
just
remember.
can't remember. No matter how you look at it, I should know those things. But for some reason, no matter how hard I try to remember, the information
Yeah, something sus
just
is going
doesn't
on.
come. Perhaps my age really has caught up with me this time.
But I do wonder if it's like the Irminsul thingy that may have erased memories. They wouldn't like have even a hint or even like a feeling about that. It must be something else that tampered with it, right?
It's okay. There's no need to force yourself to try and remember. We'll figure something out.
Or maybe it was like an incomplete thingy. Or they were just so in tune with the person that
Well, Traveler, what do you think?
it didn't matter. I don't know. A lot of things are not adding up. Tempering. It sounds like tempering, Paimon.
Paimon thinks so too. Like, the name thing. It's so weird that no one remembers his name. And nobody has been able to tell us anything about his family or where he lived. It's like this guy's been erased from reality or something. Wait, so you're saying it's not that he's been erased, necessarily, but more like he never existed to begin with? Okay, Paimon's gonna need some time to process that one.
A dream figure.
In people's memories?
I mean, that could be a certain thing that could happen.
You two are the adventurers who just arrived, right? You're here for the Vamara Village Commission?
Yep, sure are. We were just
We are the poor souls that have to solve it.
I'm so glad to hear that. Thank goodness you haven't given up. I've been so worried the Adventurers Guild might cancel our commission. My name is Atosa, by the way.
They are about to, but
I grew
don't
up
tell
here
them.
in Vamara Village. Anyway, I just wanted to say, please keep searching for a missing villager. I'm begging you. You have to find him.
Yeah, no need to worry. We'll give it our best shot. So, were you close to the missing villager? Are there any leads you can give us?
I'm not sure this counts as a lead, but follow me. There's a place I'd like to show you.
A place? Interesting. Maybe she knew of a place where the person was hanging out and there may be clues. But yeah, as I said about the other banner, like I know people that are like thinking, I mean everybody's thinking that like the next one of these that is rerunning is a Liwe theme one, and I know a lot of people that are waiting for this banner, but it's just not coming. There's like no info on it. I was expecting like that they are running these like back to back, like first the Monster one, then the Liwe one, and then going on, and there's always one up. You just have to wait for the right rotation to come up if you want something specific. I want more Kaya and Lisa. One thing that also happened, this week. Look at that. I finally got my last Kaya constellation from the shop. It's very nice. I have been keeping up. Every time he was in shop, I got one. I was very busy collecting these. Like, basically, the only thing I still wanted from the shop. He now strong. I hope so. I haven't been using him for quite a while because he was like a little lacking.
Yep. I know it doesn't look like much, but this place is very meaningful to me. It's so full of memories.
But to be honest, that's probably because the artifacts I gave him aren't too good. Like, I really should farm more. But you know what it is? Like, I already have a backlog of like 10 characters where I would have to farm better artifacts. So, he's not the highest on the list. So, sadly. I have enough currency for 91 pulls. So if they put new characters in the shop, I'll buy them.
We used to always sit together under this tree and talk. Sometimes we would look up at the clouds in the sky or stop to feel the wind against our skin. We could sit there for hours at a time, never realizing how long it had been.
Ooh. Private dates, I see. You give her emblem. Nice, but it's a normal form. I think he has... What has he? I don't think he has ice head? Or no, I think 2 eyes... No, wait. Did I put him on an oblast recently? I don't remember anymore. He wears something.
I was actually adopted.
He's not
by
naked.
people from our
Duh.
village. The forest rangers found me in the woods as a child. I was surrounded by such good people, and growing up in the village was so lively. Still, there were times when I couldn't help but feel incredibly alone.
Alone?
Saucy. Everything is saucy about this quest. But it's a main quest, so I'm expecting it to be saucy.
News to share. You always want to talk about it with somebody. But for the longest time, I didn't know who I could talk to or if I should say anything at all. Everyone has their own problems to deal with. Even if I might want to confide in others, I don't want to become a burden. Really? You know exactly how I feel?
Oh my god. Traveler's getting emotional.
Wow, that sounds really nice. You're quite lucky. When it comes to our missing villager, well... I guess you could say that to me. He felt like both a family member I could rely on and a friend who could really understand me. No matter what came my way, I knew I could always talk to him. He was so thoughtful and pure, and patient too. Whenever I talked to him, he would always seem so interested, as if the things I was describing were just as important to him as they were to me.
God, doing Clarence because a crab got stuck on a piece of fringe and now stuck in the cutscene. Crab pathings are really buggy, I'm guessing. Is it one of these that like goes backwards on you? Because that may be the reason why it did that.
Ever since he disappeared, there's been so much I wanted to tell him. No, none of those things matters now.
I'll send it the antagonist wall just to save it. I'll look at it once I play through the quest, okay? Preserve it. Sometimes I'm having bugs in games, but I'm never like quick enough to do a screenshot of it or have like mostly they happen when you're not recording, which is really, really sad sometimes.
Wow. You two must have been really close. Did he ever tell you anything about himself?
He mostly just talked about interesting things he saw around the village. He'd share a lot of his own wild ideas as well.
A sad but we're clairvoyant. Yeah, but at least the memories like stick in our brains, so we remember the wild box we were having.
Oh, right. I did ask him about his parents once.
And occasionally we also
All he said
capture it.
was, they're not here anymore. I didn't know whether that meant they had left the village or passed away, and I didn't want to pry.
Still not much to go off of.
Look at me. Talking your ear off and still nothing to show for it. I'm sorry I wasn't more help.
I mean, that at the very least is a point, right? When a person says their parents aren't around anymore, that means for the most part they have a connection to their parents or had it at some point, and then they either died or moved away or something. So that is different from a person that may only have like one parent or no parents at all because they're like adopted by like somebody else or something. So we're kind of... We're closing in on it. We're still having like half of the world on our list to cut out, but maybe for Eskimo villagers, the list will get smaller. Or not. I'm already hydrating. Can you not hear me? Hydrating. Yes.
The last time I talked this much in one go was when we were still together. Come to think of it, every time we talked, it always seemed to be around dusk, just like right now. Time always passed by really slowly. Even when it felt like we'd been talking for hours, the sun would still be at the same position in the sky.
And that is an important detail to remember, perhaps.
Well, time always seems to pass slower when you're relaxed, right? What's wrong, Traveler?
Always the same time. That kind of doesn't sound like a coincidence. Maybe we need that exact time. What exact time was it? Oh.
Hey, look at those hilly trails over there. Doesn't it seem like they're acting a little strange?
The camera is acting strange, that's for sure.
The Abyss Order. Could they be the ones behind all of this?
Maybe they're just chilling around here. What do we know? Oh, great. I was complaining about no fighting in this one, was I? Looks like I need to fight. Good thing I'm happy that I have water with me. But I'm feeling too lazy to actually, like, use ults or anything. So never mind me.
A bitter pill to swallow. Excuse me?
Okay, it looks like we need to use some ults because apparently it wasn't just one little dude. And I have the worst possible team against like this. It's okay, we can still manage somehow.
Thank you so much. I wasn't expecting monsters to show
Luckily, got the elements that can break the Maclaurin team with no Hydra, so... Yeah, luckily, I had this thought yesterday while doing dailies. Luckily, this team doesn't have, like, any absolute immunities. That's, like, the worst thing that you can, like, run into if you're running around in, like... Let's say a mono cryo team in the overworld, and then you run into a cryo abyss match, and you're like... Dang, what am I supposed to do? I mean, this just messes up with the rotation, like, but whatever. Overworld shouldn't be that hard. Hopefully the quest also isn't that hard.
It was no trouble.
Now that I think about it, the hilly trolls around Vilmara village have been a lot more active lately. They seem agitated and would often attack anything in sight. Chief Amadea doesn't allow the children to play in the area around the village anymore.
Aggressive hilly trolls.
Maybe the Abyss Order really is involved. Well, we should head back and check out the situation in Vimara Village just in case. If the Abyss Order is plotting something that could spell trouble for the villagers.
It does sound a little dangerous all of a sudden. Oh, it goes right in the next cutscene.
The person... It's Dainsleif!
It's smelling like plot is coming our way. Like he's dropping a lore bomb and then disappearing again. That was a lore bomb. Did you see it? We just missed it. Couldn't have gotten all the lore, but we missed it.
You two.
Oh, a friend of yours? Well, I'll leave you all to it then. I should head back to the village and check up on Chief Amadea and the others anyway. See you later.
Yep, see you later, Atosa.
Da-da.
Why do you always have to pop up out of nowhere like that? Is it your life's mission to jump scare us or something?
I mean, technically, he's here by random. We are here on Random House. He's supposed to know.
It's hardly personal, or intentional for that matter. As long as you and I are both in pursuit of the Abyss Order, we're bound to cross paths.
Ah, so you're here to investigate the Abyss Order then. That would explain the monsters you were fighting just now.
Naturally. Hold on. Are you not here for the same purpose?
Nope. Not quite at the very least.
No matter. It may have taken you a while to catch on, but I'm sure you've also realized by now that there's something strange about this place. The Abyss Order is most certainly planning something in this area. Or worse, their plan could already be in motion.
So you think the Abyss Order is behind the hilly trail activity in the area?
As things stand, I highly doubt that is their primary motive. I would imagine the increased hilichurl activity is merely a byproduct of whatever it is they're
Of course, it's
really
not like the
trying to
thing that
accomplish.
they are trying to do. But it is a sign of it. Did you see the Starl drip from yesterday and today? I did see it. I did see both of them. Do you want to know my opinion, or why are you asking? The one of yesterday, I think... Did I already describe it to somebody? I don't know if I described it on Discord already. I think it was okay. It was okay. It looks a little dancery to me. Other than that, I can't say much. Kind of have to wait for in-game and for kit and everything. As for the one that dropped recently, the little fox boy, or not so little fox boy, also okay. I like the coloring. I'm a little confused why the eyes are closed. I'm not sure that will say in game. I do love the fan though. Fans are always looking really, really fancy and elegant, so like that. Apparently blacksmith martial artist. Yeah, my first thought was dancer, because she had a very elegant pose. As for him, he seems to have something to do with like ritual things. Because there was like this incense thingy that was summoning like imagery and stuff. Looked interesting, honestly.
Still, the hilichurl activity is causing a lot of problems for the people here. We should stick around for a while and protect the village, don't you think?
The best way to protect them is by figuring out what the Abyss Order is truly planning. That is how we prevent
Look at
further
games and
trouble.
hardware and look at the latest thing I sent. Okay, wait. Let me look into the Discord. You mean because it looks similar to like the NPCs on the hairstyle department? I mean, we haven't seen it like in game, but I mean, they are of the same race. Maybe that's how like Foxian males do have it. The clothes? Okay, wait, have me look. Oh, because he has the same color scheme. I don't know, maybe that is his uncle or something. What do you know? How's the hairstyle makes you playable? I mean, this kind of reminds me of the discussion they had that the character females all looked the same while we were having releases from the Law Fu, because all the females had the same dress, basically, which was kind of true. So... maybe that's happening again? But as long as I haven't seen like in-game pictures, I am not saying anything. A while ago, I was like, the way it is on the art, it is in game. But I've seen countless of times in Genshin and other games. Sometimes the artwork looks incredibly different from what you actually get as an end product. So I'm always waiting for 3D model until I make my decisions now.
And you shall have them. I never intended to hide anything from you. Don't worry. There should be ample time to talk.
At the very least, he doesn't have like a male boob window again, which gotten a little bit annoying as a trope for Star Rail male characters somehow. If you're asking me.
Someone who seems to only exist in people's memories. That is indeed quite intriguing. I would agree that it's unlikely you have a simple missing persons case on your hands. However, any possible connection to the Abyss Order is still unclear.
I'm hoping the female family has connecting sleeve. I am not really against disconnecting sleeves. I think they're looking quite nice, but I think more variety wouldn't hurt. Like, both things are nice, just don't give us just one. You know what I mean? Make things look more diverse by like changing up and something.
It appears all we have by way of clues is increased hilichurl activity, and that is certainly not much to go off of.
I think it was better at the beginning, right? If I remember correctly, characters at the beginning had like less of this problem. Not necessarily a problem, but you know what I mean. Like trope of design.
Right. That
He also
mysterious
hasn't
voice
any
she heard
clue
in her
that's
brother's
what it
memory.
is
The
about.
one who called himself a sinner. Who is he?
And the upside down thingy that was like purple, I think. I think it called itself a god. They still did, I think. Yeah, but I mean, like they did some, and some others they didn't. Like they had more of a They did have more diversity. You know what I mean? They didn't go with the same thing over and over again. Call itself a sinner. Yeah. The question is, if he's a sinner, what is the sin?
Traveler, let me ask you this. Do you believe your sibling to have betrayed you?
I need more information before I can decide that. I want to have faith. I want to have faith, but I mean, I need evidence on the table first.
I sense hesitation in your words. After all, you still haven't figured out the whole truth of what happened. There's still hope for the two of you to reconcile. Irreparable damage has not yet been done. The sinner you wish to know about, his situation is different. He and his fellow sinners have long betrayed me, and long betrayed their nation. His name is Vedderfolnir, the Visionary.
His name is... I'm supposed to remember that. Wait, I'm trying to... Vedderfolnir. Vedderfolnir... I'm calling it Vedi. I'm remembering it. That is Vedi. Vedi. Okay. Saved, we'll forget tomorrow.
I'm loath to admit it, but he is also my kin, my older brother.
Oh, we have personal stakes.
Your brother?
There were 5 of them, the 5 sinners of Kanria, the wise Roptatir, the visionary Vedderfolnir, Gold Rhindaughter, the foul Sertologi, and Rehir of Solnari, Rerir.
Okay, I'll never be able to remember all that. Rhindaughter I can remember. We heard that name before and it kind of like went right into my brain. But the rest, I'll forget. These are way too complicated names for my tiny brain. No, I'll not be able. I'm trying to like form like maybe little helpers, but nah. Genshin will remind you. Yes, please, remind me. But maybe I can remember the wise, the visionary, Gold, the foul, and Wrecker of Solnari. Those I can maybe remember. The names will disappear.
No matter how eroded my memory may become, I will never forget their names. One day, I shall have my vengeance.
Sir Taligi is child, master is master. Okie dokie. The one that has a whale pad. This one. The one we talked with what's the name? With Skirk? Was that the name? I don't, As you see, I'm not good with names.
Wait, some of those names sound really familiar. Rhindaughter is the one who created Albedo. Sertologi is Skirk's master.
See, I remembered one name at the very least.
And the one we just learned about, Dane's brother, Vedderfolnir.
Vedi.
If he was the voice of the sinner, then the one who inspired Clotar to create the Abyss Order was him.
Wait, but then we're still missing somebody from the equation, aren't we? There are still more names that we heard.
They were once people of great esteem in Kanria, those who carried the hopes of the nation. They were the best of their peers, outstanding in their respective fields.
It sounds like they all were kind of like researchers or scientists in a certain way. I wonder if they did some sort of experiment that went wrong.
6 of us, together. We should have been the ones to prevent the disaster. The ones to stop the Vinster King from continuing to rock the foundation of the world.
Okay, and Dane, don't just throw random names in my direction, please. What is a Vinster King?
Yet, deep within, the 5 of them craved something more. They could not resist the call of the Abyss, and divided among themselves
King?
power that
The
could
what
destroy
king?
the world.
I mean, it kind of sounds like the Finster King, which I can, like, at least know what it is. But Vinster? That's, like, written wrong. You know what I mean? But that would be, like, the King of Darkness or something. But I'm pretty sure it just sounds similar.
So they became sinners, but also transcendent beings, each in possession of world-shattering power. And when the cataclysm occurred, not one of them stood up in defense of their nation. Not one came forward to prevent the tragedy. And for that, they shall never have my forgiveness.
So they just noped the way out of there when there was disaster. Like little cowards.
Indeed. If they are not stopped, the day is sure to come when they will also betray the entire world. Of course, as I said, I never intended to hide anything from you.
I'm just not telling you right now. Just in tiny droplets. They were kind of little cowards. They just saved their own hides.
So, Dane, what have you been looking into all this time?
I've continued to investigate the questions surrounding the Loom of Fate. It's been quite some time since the initial operation was launched. By retrieving the eye of the first field tiller, we were able to stop part of their plan from coming to fruition.
You need to explain everything to me like I'm a dumbass, okay?
Oh, Paimon remembers! Weren't they going to use it to corrupt Osile and make a god or something?
Indeed. However, it's obvious that was just some sort of technical experiment.
So it was a test for it, the real thing.
The eye was integral to their plan, yet somehow, despite failing to obtain it, they've skipped the experimental phase and found some other way to keep moving forward.
Like good scientists do. If experiment 1 fails, just conduct an experiment 2.
There are many signs pointing to that effect.
Then what should we do? It's not too late, is it?
Our most pressing concern is to determine the purpose of the Loom of Fate. From there, we'll be able to deduce the Abyss Order's true objective.
I got the feeling he's more qualified for that than I am. But I'm gonna tattle along, and if there's fighting, I'll do the fighting part.
Based on the intel I've gathered so far, I suspect the Loom of Fate is related to the ley lines in some way.
The ley lines?
I just know what I'm good at and what I'm not good at, okay?
Traveler, you were able to observe your siblings' memories last time, yes? I believe that was due to the fact that the ley lines in that area were unstable.
So, what is the plan now? Do we make them unstable again so I can see another hint?
My recent investigation has shown that Abyss Order activity in a particular area is usually followed by a series of issues with the ley lines.
Wait, then our commission here in Vimara Village, the person who seems to exist only in people's memories, could it be connected?
Maybe they also feel it through the ley lines.
It's certainly possible. I'll join your investigation tomorrow. This missing persons case could very well turn out to be the key to unraveling these mysteries.
Everybody like, we're doing that tomorrow. I need to sleep first.
Well, if we're teaming up with Dane again, we're gonna need all the energy we can get. Let's try investigating somewhere a little further away tomorrow.
At least it's realistic. Do you know, like, when you have some games and they're, like, everybody's up for, like, 4 days without toilet breaks? Like, everybody is, like, having superhuman body functions, apparently. Good night's rest, apparently. At least I hope they had. Were they sleeping in the fishbowl? Please don't tell me you did. I think they slept in a tent.
Paimon used way too much brain juice yesterday. It's all Dane's fault saying all that complicated stuff. Well, let's go find Dane. We've got a lot to do today.
He's probably already solved half of the mystery or something. Good morning, or whatever.
Dane? Hello, Dane? Why are you just zoning out over here? Did
Maybe he had a bad dream.
The missing person from your commission. Could you describe them to me?
Oh, young guy? Early 20s? Seriously, Dane, what's going on?
I told you, he was figuring it out in his sleep because he's just that good.
There appear to be certain memories in my mind that weren't there before.
He's affected. He is not immune to whatever is causing the people here to get these memories.
Memories of him.
Maybe we just talked too much about him yesterday and you had a weird dream or something?
No, it wasn't a dream. They're memories. Memories that suddenly appeared in my mind after I woke up.
I mean, I am not at the least surprised that the Traveler may be immune to that, but Paimon is also immune to a lot of things. Did you notice? He's not that good anymore. The music is quite nice. Do enjoy.
And I'm certain I've never met this person before. I remember handing him the eye of the first field tiller.
Now that explains how they moved their plan forward without the eye when you handed him the eye.
What?
So, Dane being the sleeper agent?
Okay, so this missing person definitely has something to do with the Abyss Order then.
Indeed. And it appears he possesses the ability to implant memories into the minds of others.
Wait then. All the memories the villagers have of him, could they be fake too? Maybe they never knew him at all. But why would he do something like that?
Whatever the Abyss Order is planning, an important truth has been revealed to us this morning.
What sort of truth?
That their goal is still to obtain the eye of the first field tiller. They haven't stopped searching for it.
Why do I have the feeling that it's kind of like a self-fulfilling prophecy and at the end he'll give them the eye?
I am the only person who knows its location. Perhaps implanting that particular memory was an attempt to interfere with my mind in some way.
I'm not too sure if that was like a planted memory or maybe it actually did happen and they erased the memory of what they did afterwards so he wouldn't worry about like having given them the eye because he doesn't remember, you know? Yeah, have you checked wherever you planted this eye thingy? I'm pretty sure he has either a stash, because where on his person the heck would he keep the giant eye thing?
Your concerns are not entirely unfounded. I don't believe the Abyss Order is capable of altering reality like that just yet. However, considering their single-minded pursuit of the eye, I would say an equal level of caution is in order on our part. Come with me. We must check whether the eye is still in our possession.
Oh, so you're going to take us to where you hid it?
Yeah, if somebody follows us, then that's maybe what they want to do. They want to know where the location is. We can never be careful enough. On the other hand, if it's already gone, we're having a problem, so... Maybe he's thinking the same thing.
Of course.
I mean, maybe he has it somewhere, but he also put, like, protective spells on it and stuff, so the location doesn't help alone. You need more to get it. That's what I hope. He seems like a smart guy sometimes, so. I'm not used to climbing anymore. I usually just fly everywhere. Oh well. Getting used to everything.
So you hid it way out here? Not an easy place to discover, that's for sure.
But you could at least, you know, close the door, so to speak. Like put something in front of it so you can't see through it.
Well, let's go check to see if it's safe.
Like every adventurer passing through here is like, oh, a mysterious rift. I'm sure there's treasure inside. And it's checking it out.
Wait.
Dane's not feeling so good. You
We've
okay?
no time to lose. Let's head inside.
He wanted to tell us something, but then something stopped him. It's getting very sus. I'm a little concerned. Should I be concerned?
Hey, wait up!
Next thing I know, they're commanding him to fight us or something. Maybe he really is a sleeper agent. Like most enemies, we don't ask him what happened. Yeah, we're just brooding over it in silence. Like, what did he want to tell us? I wonder. Miscommunication. Now, that's always the thing why things are... Recommended element fire, so I'm not gonna take it with me. Watch me. Let's see if we can manage without. I just hope we can. I'm committing today. I said we're gonna play with this group. Let's see if we can do. Manage. Maybe it's just because of the enemies that are in there or something. Just ask, dumbass. Communication is key, and communication would solve so many problems before they occur, but apparently people are not capable of doing that. Communication is also hard, I'm guessing. Why am I always expecting some secret treasure chest somewhere? Also, why does this look similar to the one place we were in? Oh, look, it's fungi. How cute. And I'm all out of ults.
Mind the side effects.
Body and mind.
And I am not feeling like using my ults either. It's just some tiny mobs. What do you expect me to do? Ow. Ow. And I'm talking way too much instead of concentrating.
Mind the side effect.
It's way more mobs than I thought it would be.
A bitter pill to swallow.
Propagate!
Way ahead.
It's okay, it's okay. We can probably like slouch through this with my lazy ass.
Excuse me?
I am just against using everything in my arsenal today. I don't know. I've got the feeling we may have a boss or something later, and I need to actually...
Changed over time.
You don't use this charge attack.
Access the upper
Do
floors
I
of the
want to
side door.
stand there without
Perhaps you could try reactivating the
energy?
mechanism over there.
But I want to have a look at this. 4 plates. But apparently we need something to activate this because it's still locked. But it has to do with the door. Interestingly enough, there's 4 plates here. Only 3 up here, which probably means we need to find one more. We get energy so fast because of the team, though. I know. But normally I built him for like... What happens if I fall down into the abyss? Probably just did. I don't really play him burst playstyle. I built him on burst. Also, just in case we find a few treasure chests. I am so full that we might need to have to stop. His burst playstyle is just okay. For me, it's the other way around. I think the charge playstyle is just okay. And I like the burst playstyle more, but that may be because I don't have somebody doing like bow auto attacks yet. The only thing I have is charged attack playstyle, charged attack playstyle, charged attack playstyle. So it's more like new for me to have not a charged attacker for once. You know what I mean? It's a novel experience. Wake up. Do something. Poke, poke.
It's a bitter pill to swallow.
Propagate!
Way ahead of you.
We're doing nothing.
Mind the side effect.
Excuse me.
Yeah, I'm doing nothing so far. Have a hard cap at 4 shots. Yes, that is true. His cons force you to go one way or the other. His cons make you focus on his charge attack playstyle, I think. Not necessarily, because if you're playing him burst, his constellation still get you something once you have him C6, because you get 1 free charge shot that you can like put into your downtime, because he actually does have a little bit of downtime. I mean, Aloy is a bow normal attack playset. See? For you, it's the other way around. You find the other one more interesting because you already have the other one. Exactly the opposite. Also, I'm really slouching on gameplay here currently. I'm too busy with talking. Just wish they let us aim during burst, so you can have both playstyles no matter what. I think first thing, they didn't allow that because they want you to choose. And secondly, most importantly, he would actually be stronger or more comfy to play if you could use his charge attack during his burst, because then you could cancel his last normal attack more easily, because it's quite slow, as you see here, and he doesn't do more damage. So you see that? The third one? Like 1, 2, and the third is like this infinite thing that takes way too long. And normally people like to like cancel that with doing like super fast like charged. But like going in and out of like aim mode. But you can't do so anymore, and now you have to like either live with the slow one, or you have to like cancel it like this. Whatever you wanna prefer. I think they were reading like the forums, and they were like, "Wait, people found a way to cancel it? No, we need to take away the cancel method." And people were like, "Okay, then we're taking the other cancel method."
In the direction indicated by the light. That should unlock the mechanism.
Hey, we're back here. Look at that. Wait. Rotate device. Okay, let's see what this does. Oh, I understand. Okay, that does something. And now?
Ah, the door's
Oh,
open.
I thought for a second I did it wrong.
Our destination is just up ahead.
But hey, we're kind of used to. At the moment, I'm just happy he's playable, okayish playable. I think it's fine, even though he 4-star DPS. So I'm not complaining. I'm actually quite happy. Personally, nothing to complain on my like. I mean, wouldn't complain either if he was stronger, but you know what I mean. But yeah, you pulled on Clarand, right? How you liking that? Like, how you dealing with her? Like, putting Bond of Life on herself, like, and not being healed. Is that going great for you, or has it lead to some dangerous situations? Because I heard like mixed reports. It's a broken statue.
Looks like we can't go any further.
Be on your guard.
Florent heals herself. Yeah, but like she can't get healed from others. So if you're having a too weak of a shielder in her group and she accidentally like hits it like permanently like eats away from her health, you know. Kind of the same problem that I kind of sometimes have with Linny. Protect Amber Nahida is enough. Okay, so you're lucky enough to have a Nahida then, okay. Because if you're not having Nahida, then I heard like people are having problems. People that play with Kirara are having problems because then you're not having enough healing.
It's the Abyss Order! They're here!
Okay, I think that warrants us actually like using our ults. What do you say? Does this warrant us using the ults?
Excuse me?
Nah, it didn't warrant us using our ults, but it's okay. It's okay, we can live with this. The problem is he has a dumb shield that we need to take care of. Which we can only like deal with this. It's okay, it will take some time, but we can manage. Imagine you got stubborn and used only Hydra and Cryo. Unless you brought Fremi, phase 2 will kill you.
No, my sword.
Well, lucky me that I didn't do that, huh? Ow, stop that. Yeah. I'm already like, it's like my own fault already for like being so stubborn. They said to bring fire and I was like, you know what? I'm not gonna do that. Ouch. Need to heal, sorry. But you know, where's the fun in if you're not getting a challenge done? And I should stop reading chat and instead do stuff.
Just as I suspected.
They didn't use fire because I brought friendship team. Yeah, this is basically also my friendship team currently. I just only have one person that gets friendship. The rest is just there so he has a better team. Clients of us Baiju and Dea. Dea barely does a pirate, so she doesn't count. I mean, enough to break the shield.
Now that they're in the vicinity, we should have a chance to see.
Dane? What's wrong?
I mean, I'm gonna ask this time if he's okay.
Can you feel that? There's been a disturbance in the ley lines. It must be the work of the Abyss.
Wow, you must be really sensitive to that sort of thing. Paimon doesn't feel it.
You too. Do as I say. Use that mechanism over there and leave this place.
Nah, we're gonna stay.
The Abyss Order is putting something in motion. If you return to Vimara Village, I suspect you might finally have the opportunity to locate the missing villager. Just think of it as a way to divide and conquer.
If he insists and wants to die alone, fine by me. Something feels off. Maybe he's possessed. Maybe they're now stealing the freaking eye. Right in that moment. Shouldn't have left him alone. Didn't have a choice though, so. The ominous music is starting. You know what that means. Aww. The slow walk has been activated. Ooh, the ooze. Ooh. God, can you walk any slower, please?
I knew going
We should
along
have
with
stayed
your
in there.
trap would be the only way to meet with you face to face.
It's me. It's
You risked your safety and that of the Eye. That's quite the gamble, Dainsleif. But I believe that I am the one walking into a trap laid by the Twilight Sword.
You know what? In the beginning, I was like so confused which character I should take, and then after like hours of thinking about it, I decided for Lamine. But there are some days when I regret it, and some days when I don't. So I'm really hoping that at the end of the game we can play both, because it would make me so happy. But knowing Hoyo, we probably won't.
So you came here all on your own?
Imagine,
What
yeah,
about
that
those
would be nice.
followers of yours?
Just imagine, you could make combos in like single player, because in co-op you already can, with your fellow sibling.
When the Twilight Sword is prepared for battle, any army I could send would only be marching to their doom. Better that I face you alone. I know you must have a lot to say, but if it's a conversation you want, you'll have to defeat me first.
Dainsleif is doing the boss fights while we're going back to the village, like all boring. Meanwhile, thousands of miles away. God, that's loading for a long time.
The Abyss Order's on the move. The ley lines are all out of whack. We better hurry back to Vimara Village and see what's going on.
Look at the cute hilly churls. They're doing nothing.
Hey, look at those hilly trails over there.
That's what I just said. Stealer of lines. So many butterflies. Yes. A lot of golden ones.
A little while ago? Why are they so calm all of a sudden?
They were lulled to sleep.
In the New World, they bade farewell to the shrouded sun. At last, they no longer needed
Hydrate.
the
No!
pain of suffering.
Don't compare me to Paimon. I'm not that
Between
bad.
Various thoughts of blasphemy. Such was the price they paid, and thus their souls became cleansed and pure.
She was stealing my lines. I said it first.
Did you hear that? What was that sound just now?
That's called background noise, Paimon.
It sounded so gentle. Could that voice be comforting the hilly trails in some way?
Don't remind me of Digimon. Digimon was so weird at in some cases. Like, why the heck did it make sense? Like, Pokemon at the very least I got, like, cute little thing was training. Turns out to be the same thing but more gruesome and ugly and more muscular most of the time. But like Digimon, you have like a plant that turns into a dinosaur that turns into, I don't know, a trash can that turns into a bat. Like, huh? Where is the point in that?
Oh, this is weird.
I mean, I know it has to do with like digital, that's why it's like Digimon, but like, logic. Where's the logic? I need logic in things.
Looks like the same thing is happening over here too. The hilly trails are calm.
But maybe I'm just having like a personal bias, because I of course, like everybody, I had like Pokemon games, but I also had a Digimon game when I was little, and it didn't have a proper tutorial, so I had a hard time figuring out how to actually play it, and it frustrated me.
You see, we're both still here. We've reclaimed an endless amount of time to love. Release your tears. You no longer need to hold back your sorrow.
Somebody is talking to us in our brain channel. Check on the hilly trail. They're all chill. As long as they're chill, we don't have to kill them, right?
Over there. It looks like they're sleeping.
In the end, he whispered softly, "Sleep well, Father. Sleep well, my beloved people. When you awake, that which differentiates us shall be no more."
It almost sounds like a poem or some kind of story. Well, now that the Hilichurls have calmed down, Vimara Village should be safe at least. Let's put this situation to the side for now. Dane said this might be our chance to find the missing villager, so we should head back to Vimara Village before it's too late.
But everywhere the Hilichurls sleep, we see the butterfly thingies, which makes me think maybe that's like a spell that's been put up, you know? And since they're golden and I have some suspicions on where that spell is coming from. Hello, village. I am back with nothing. And I lost Dane in the process, just say. But at least the Hilichurls are sleeping now. Can I get credits? Where's my payment?
Grandpa Medea, is everyone alright? The Abyss Order seems to be up to something nearby.
Nadine. Danon brought this upon himself.
The Abyss Order? This is the first I'm hearing of it. Thank you for your concern, but as far as I'm aware, it's been business as usual here in the village.
Well, that's good to hear. Oh, also, you didn't happen to come across any clues about the missing villager while we were gone, did you?
Someone's gone missing, you say? Who would that be?
Ooh, did they erase the very last few memories by now?
Huh? You know, the young guy from Vimara Village. The one you've been looking for all this time. You posted a commission with the Sumeru Adventurers Guild. That's kind of the whole reason we're here, actually. Your missing persons commission.
So they are messing with people's memories a lot, apparently. They also messed with the Aranara's memories. From what they were saying. But couldn't quite get the memory out of them, too. It just turned it into a legend.
Ah, I do apologize, you two. I hope I'm not worrying you too much. I'm sure it's just my age making me forgetful again.
The question is, if they have power to plant memories and they have the power to, like, take memories to a certain degree, what information we have currently can we trust?
At least right now, I can't seem to recall whatever it is you're referring to. Perhaps you should try asking someone else.
But how is that? Alright.
Let me guess, we're asking everybody else and nobody remembers anything. That's what's gonna happen. Toodaloo.
Something's definitely not right. We just talked to Grandpa Amadea about the missing villager. There's no way he could have forgotten all about him just like that. What do you think, Traveler? Could everyone's memories of the missing villager have been erased again?
Yeah, we should check all the others, but pretty sure that's what happened.
Let's go ask someone else then.
We have to ask everybody else so time flies by so Dane can have his epic boss fight in the meantime. Or, I don't know, talk fight? Whatever he wants to call it.
Interesting than beetle research.
What? Beetle research? What the heck is he babbling about? Dane doing the cool shit. Yeah, we're talking to villagers about missing memories again. Always when the story gets cool, we get sent away. It's so sad.
Someone's gone missing? Who?
Just as expected. That guy you said a bunch of nice things about earlier? The one you always used to chat with.
I wonder if the commission is still up at the Adventurers Guild, or if they, like, erased that too. They went up and cancelled it.
He's around 20 years old, and you said he was a kind, warm-hearted person?
Oh, I know who you're talking about.
Really? You remember?
There aren't many young people who've earned that kind of praise from me. If you're certain that's what I said, then there's only one person who fits the bill. no doubt about it. But why'd you say he's gone missing?
I wonder if he's thinking about the correct person.
Yeah, I just saw him leave the village. There was someone else with him, too. They couldn't have gone far.
Left with somebody else, you say?
Strange. Bayram seems to remember him. And apparently he just saw him?
So maybe he hasn't erased the memory again, but we actually like traveled back in time, like we did in the Curry Bear quest when we saw like the old version of everything.
Do you think maybe it's not that there's something wrong with people's memories, but that we've somehow returned to a time before he went missing?
Paimon needs to explain everything so everybody that didn't get it now gets it. Sometimes it's a little like in other games you make like conclusions and you just stick to it and you see if it's true. Like in this game, Paimon has to do all the thinking for you. And to explain everything like triple, you know what I mean? It's interesting if you don't want to think a lot, but if you want to think for yourself, it's getting a bit annoying, to be honest. Like, let me make the thought myself. If I didn't pause and just talked over it, we would have said it at the same time. But it kind of happened before. Oh no, not one of these. I'm so bad at these.
If this person only exists in people's memories, maybe we're in someone's memory right now.
If you see forums, people are so blind they miss a lot of obvious shit, so I can't even blame Hoyo anymore. Yeah, I mean, it's okay, but I'm like, show it and not let Paimon like say it, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? Like, they could have like shown the evidence instead of like a character like blurring out the details. You know, show not tell. Something like that.
If we really did travel back to a time before he disappeared, that could explain why the villagers said he hadn't gone missing. Just like what happened with Greater Lord Rukkhadevata, no one remembers him, because there's been a change in people's memories.
Which they don't cater to those people. I mean, a lot of people that don't get stuff are people that are skipping cutscenes anyways. Of course they don't get anything if they skip on all this stuff. So, if somebody's interested, they'll always look up either a compilation, read about it again, or look at the cutscene again at a later date. Which is why I often opt for like having a cutscene repeat in the game. I always write this in like the surveys, but they're never listening. Like a cutscene repeat would be really nice. Yeah, what am I supposed to interpret again?
If this person only exists in people's memories, maybe we're in someone's memory right now.
Right! Paimon totally forgot about the leyline disturbances. We're in someone else's memory.
Question is whose memory we are in. Siblings? Again?
Just like how you entered your sibling's memory last time. That would also explain why we seem to be at a time before he went missing. It's a memory after all.
But I'm guessing the person they are talking about is a sibling, so they would have recognized us, talked to us as if we were the siblings, so it must be somebody else.
Right. If he's someone who only exists in people's memories, then we're finally on the same turf.
It's Hoyo said here, tell, not show. You know, I hate the most tell, not show thing in the game is like when they go into these black screens that are just having white text on black ground and you're like, what's happening?
But didn't Bayron just say that he saw him leave the village with someone? Where should we go look for him? Who knows how long this ley line disturbance is gonna last? We might not have that much time and we don't even know whose memory this is. Good idea! That'll help us narrow things down. We pretty much figured out that the missing villager has the ability to... Right! That! Could we try to figure out more about him using what we know of his ability? Like, does it maybe leave a trace that would somehow give him away?
Oh god. Okay. Past memories are easily forgotten.
There's a difference between memories that arise from lived experiences and those that are implanted into the mind. Perhaps it has something to do with time.
We remember somebody talking about this.
If time was allowed to pass within the false memories, there's a higher chance they might conflict with someone's original recollection. That would make it much harder to avoid suspicion. All
And
the
this.
memories seem to be set in or near Vimara village. But I'm still not sure if they're restricted to this location.
That reminds us of the tree girl.
No wonder! All this time and the sky hasn't changed a bit! That must mean time isn't passing! That's the tell of the fake memories! The implanted memories are basically taking place outside of the regular 24 hours of the day. If the memories included the regular passage of time, it would be easy for people to tell that something was off. Like there could be overlap or something. People might start to wonder why they remember doing two different things at the same time of day. That's why he makes sure the memories take place at a specific moment in time rather than over a period of time.
And we know somebody that told us exactly that. Was that the name?
The color of the sky coincides with the moment in time she described.
Oh, right! That's exactly what Atosa described!
Come to think of it, every time we talked, it always seemed to be around dusk, just like right now. Time always passed by really slowly. Even when it felt like we'd been talking for hours, the sun would still be at the same position in the sky.
Yep, that has
Question is, why did he implant those false memories? Like, what was the gain of her remembering that they talked?
Yeah, that's where they'll be.
Like, that's something I'm not quite understanding. What was the gain of this? I mean, I get implanting, like, memories that help you, or implanting memories over where you did something, like, notorious. Like, you stole something and you implanted, like, yeah, you just walked into the room and did nothing and left. So the person doesn't remember seeing you steal or something. But, like... Well, would you look at that? I spy with my little eye. I want to get a good look because I'm pretty sure cutscene will start.
So, you see, Granny Jahiet was a mercenary when she was younger. She just talks like that out of habit. She's not trying to scare the children on purpose. Oh, there I go again. Always talking about my own things. Do you maybe have anything you want to share? It's okay if you don't. You could also just talk about what you think of me?
I see. I think Connor and close.
Oh, I think you're an incredibly strong and thoughtful young woman. You'll meet many amazing people and live a very happy life. You won't miss someone like me.
Huh? Are those your friends over there?
Well, just creepily staying over here. Never mind. Stare. I'm not meaning to intrude, but
Oh, right. This version of Atosa hasn't met us yet.
Friends? I guess you could say that. It must have taken them a lot of effort to find me. So, I should see what they need. I'm sorry, Atosa. We'll have to continue this conversation another time.
Another time, huh? Yeah, okay. I'll head back to the village then. Talk to you some other time.
Ominous. Can you please explain yourself
It's nice
now?
to see you, traveler. I believe this is the first time we've met.
My first thought would be that, but what do I know? Let's go through everything. Can I like listen to everything?
Born into abject sorrow, he shall now become the loom of fate.
What are you saying to everything?
Dane's brother, one of the 5 sinners of Conria, the one who stole the power of the Abyss. The founder of the Abyss Order, the man who broke the curse of immortality.
I mean, who is it? All of these are from Conria, so it could be all of them. Is it you?
You're Caribert Alberic.
Oh. You know me? That's quite the surprise. I don't believe I've met you before. Oh, I see. It was the memory, wasn't it? Your sibling's memory. You saw the me from back then. This is Atosa's memory. I came here to say goodbye to her, but I suppose I'll just leave her a message instead. Come, let's find somewhere else to talk.
Me disrupting all the goodbyes like a bad girl. I'm very sorry about that. I can't read that. Can you please translate? I'm not fluent. Hello? Yes? I would like to know what that says. Does somebody have an alphabet table for me? Because I don't have one. Chippy chippy chappa chappa. No, it will not say that. No, it does not say that. I mean, that would be... It wouldn't. That would be too nice. Prove me wrong. If you give me an alphabet table, yes, but it was gonna take some time. I think there is one out there, right? I got an achievement. Achievement means gems. So, I'll prove you wrong at a later date if I'm not too lazy. Very nice here, though. I see a lot of butterflies again. It has the same effect as the oasis. Bloop, 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 bloop. I like these little plops on the water. There is a tree. Are you alright? Do you need a moment?
The realm of my consciousness. I'm someone who no longer exists in the real world after all. As you well know. It's nothing. I still have enough strength to play the part of a good host. I've always hoped that I'd get the chance to talk to you like this. And now, the time has finally arrived.
The question is, what the heck are we gonna talk about? I'm confused.
Extreme sorrow and pain. Hope and regret coursing through your veins. And a degree of abyssal power that defies comprehension.
This didn't answer any question I had.
That once I possessed all those elements, I would become the loom of fate. But despite his intentions for me, I never truly became the loom of fate. I was merely used as a means for its construction. In truth, I died the moment I set everything in motion. The person you see before you now is nothing but a remnant.
Hey there, Ashuan. Yes, I'm still not famous, but I'm here. How you doing? I hope you're doing well.
As for your question,
But why was he half
the Loom of
erased?
Fate is a device capable of weaving ley lines.
So that's the one that the Abyss Order is currently using.
In its primitive form, it can only be used to create and implant memories. But as more of it is completed, its power becomes stronger and stronger, until finally, it has the power to weave real ley lines of its own. Once fully completed, the moment it gains the power to weave ley lines, it loses the lower level ability to influence memories.
Have you ever upgraded your tool and it uses the base, loses the base function? That kind of sounds dumb, but hey, it's just me.
But it also becomes a tool that can change the entire world. Yes, I have the ability to control the loom in its semi-completed form. I suppose you can think of it as a form of compensation.
How you doing today? I am... Positive things have happened, negative things have happened. You know how it is. It's okay-ish. We're at the middle level. I'm doing okay-ish.
After all,
Normal.
its existence cost me my life.
Yeah, why did he implant all that? It doesn't really quite make sense. Maybe he wanted to live on in some way.
Ah, that. I was wrong to implant those memories. I'm sorry I caused so much trouble. Not only for everyone in the village, but for you as well. I just wanted them to feel like I once existed in this world. As if I had a chance at life.
It's sad. The life that he probably wanted to have.
I know what you must be thinking. Why would I do something so meaningless? But I just couldn't accept it. I had to know what it would be like if I had my own life. What kind of person I would be. What other people would think of me. Chief Ahmadiyya, Baram, Granny Jahiyat, Atosa.
Aww, how Atosa gets the biggest part of the screen.
What would it be like if I could live alongside them? No cataclysm, no curse. Just a quiet life in a peaceful village. I was curious, so I selfishly tried to have my own life. Even if that meant piecing together the version of myself that could have been. One memory at a time.
I mean, it's understandable. Don't have to explain yourself. I accepted.
Sounds stupid. After all, my life ended a long time ago.
And that's what I'm most confused about.
Any chance at living was stripped away from me when I was 8 years old. My consciousness left to mature in an illusory world of nothingness. Even the form you see before you was nothing but an invention based on my father's appearance. An imagined version of what I would look like if I had the chance to grow up.
Everybody's looking for you. Yeah, you kind of caused them to worry. Thank you for that.
I know. But there's nothing I can do to make them find me.
Maybe we can give them like a conclusion. Tell them you died.
If I could
So they
exist
don't
in the
search
real
in
world,
vain.
I would return without a second thought and surprise them with the suddenness of it all. But, well, that's not possible for me. I know.
And next time you implant something, implant more. Like, they were all very confused about parts of their memory missing. They might still need my help. Like, yo, it has been nice talking to you, but bye-bye. I still have other things to do. In this moment, it sounds like kind of rude to just leave. But it's not my decision. I have just part one or part two of this sentence. I can just say goodbye.
Captain Dainsleif. Twilight Sword, you mean? No need to meet up with him. Things should already be settled on his end. Exactly. As someone who could only exist in people's memories, the fact that I'm able to talk to you in my consciousness like this can only mean one thing. The Loom of Fate has already been completed.
That means, Dane lost his fight. Didn't even call for backup. I'm very disappointed.
No need to worry about Captain Dainsleif. He's absolutely fine. The only reason he lost the eye was because I happened to guess exactly what he was planning. Captain Dainsleif has had the eye inside his body this whole time, hasn't he?
I wasn't gonna make a joke before about he shoving it up his behind, but I guess that's what was the case. So, what the heck?
His plan was to lure the Abyss Order to a false location, capitalizing on their pursuit of the eye in order to have the chance to confront the prince. He would then hand the eye to you and tell you to take it away from that location. That way, Captain Dainsleif could accomplish his own goal and ensure the safety of the eye all at once. A very thorough plan. That's right, because in his mind, he had given it to you already.
That means they were messing with that. So they could get the eye.
Before you two entered that false location.
Yeah, the moment where he was holding his head. The moment we should have asked why he did that, but we didn't. We actually should have.
We've no time to lose. Let's head inside.
That's why ask next time. Yeah, exactly. Why not ask? When things like that happen, always ask. I'm always saying communication is key.
That was when I implanted the memory of him handing you the eye. Given the tense situation at that time, Captain Dainsleif failed to notice anything out of the ordinary, and took that memory to be real.
He sounds so proud of himself.
I'm sorry, Traveler, but I needed the Loom of Fate to be completed. And to do that, we had to retrieve the eye.
Yeah, what the heck are you... What's the next plan?
I promise I'm not trying to conceal anything from you, but I truly have no idea what the prince is planning. Tevat's ley line system is deeply entrenched in the planet. Creating new ley lines can neither replace nor extend the ones that already exist. In the face of everything they could be planning, I fear I'm too insignificant to even get a glimpse of the bigger picture. In any case, I had my own use for the Loom of Fate, and my goal, at least, has been achieved.
So he got what he wanted and he doesn't care about the consequences. Okay. Can't redeem. Calm down. I'm hydrating. You can also just type, you know. You can just type. But everything good. Got the feeling Twitch is having some issues, maybe. Maybe it's just my stream again. I want to say it's not. It might very well be.
You remember my father, don't you? Clotar Alberic. I believe you saw him in your sibling's memory.
Yep. I saw him.
After he used the power of the Abyss to restore consciousness to my hilichurl form, I suffered from an indescribable level of mental anguish. To comfort me, my father told me a story. That this was a fairy tale world where I had to take on the form of a little monster. That story managed to dispel my fears. Even if just for a moment. My goal was simple. To use the Loom of Fate in its near-completed form, when its ability to create memories was at its strongest, to implant a specific memory into the minds of the Hillagirls.
But which one? Oh, also that they're safe and that they are just in a fairy tale.
In that memory, I would tell them a story, just like my father did for me. It was a story of fairy tales and love. But more than anything, it was the story of us.
So that's why they all went to sleep. Because they were happy. The question is, how long will those memories last? Because I'm sure that will just be a fleeting moment.
I can't change the world. Not when I lost the very right to exist within it. Implanting those memories, that was the most worthwhile thing I could offer.
I mean, it's better than nothing.
All that's left of my existence is a wisp of residual consciousness tied to the Loom of Fate. In truth, that trace of my consciousness should have dissipated long ago. My goal was the one thing that allowed me to hold on all this time. But now, the bedtime story is finished. And it's finally time.
Then die. Calm down, calm down. Calm down. He's already dead. That's just an after image. That wouldn't help the Abyss. My personal opinion is we don't know what the big plan of the Abyss is. If they would tell me, maybe I wouldn't stop them, you know? Maybe I could understand their points. Maybe they're planning something that's good for the world, but like, why be secretive about it? Tell me about it. And he burst. Well, at least he was happy.
Looks like I was too late to see Kari Bear one last time.
He burst. Yeah, that's what happened. Maybe we can ask him about the plan. Like, hey, yo. Now he's gonna burst too.
This is gone, and this space will soon disappear along with it.
Now, come on, ask him.
This belongs here. That's why we're not tangible. Were that not the case, I'd love to hug you too.
Remember how you ate Dane? It's just that good. This quest proves he can lose and not invincible. Yeah, exactly. Why the heck was he alone? Why did he want us to leave? How about a conversation? Can I ask about the Abyss's plans so I can decide if I want to join or be against it? Can I get cards on the table, please? We're just gonna get a vague answer.
The chance to just stop and talk like this is certainly not easy to come by. Wouldn't you agree? That battle earlier was tough. The one against Dane, I mean.
I wasn't even part of it. I'm so jelly.
I didn't expect that after everything, he would still hesitate to raise his sword against me. Were it not for that, perhaps I'd still be no match for the Twilight Sword. Even after 500 years.
Yeah, we want to know. We want to know. We want to have cards on the table, please.
The Loom of Fate, huh? I still haven't found a way to utilize it to its full potential. But there's still time before the heavenly principles awaken. Yes, for 500 years now, ever since the cataclysm in Conria, there's been no sign of activity.
So they're preparing against when they come back?
Not long ago, you witnessed the Hydro Archon destroy her divine throne. Yes, such a flagrant disregard for the rules. And still Celestia took no action. I suppose that's proof enough of the heavenly principles situation.
They went to sleep. I mean, give them some slack and cut them some slack. They are allowed to take a break too. But yeah, that means that they are not supervising currently, which is good and bad, right?
However, the heavenly principles will awaken. We just don't know when that will be, or what might trigger it. You could say that. Just look at Kari Bear. He was so pure and single-minded. The space we now find ourselves is a perfect representation of who he was. Quiet and peaceful. Even as a hilly churl, seeing the terrible sight within the mirror wasn't enough to taint his spirit. He brought comfort to the people of this world, even though he was denied the very right to be a part of it. So ask yourself this. Who was it that deprived him of that right to exist? Of course, that's only one example. My feelings about the heavenly principles are too complicated to explain in just a few words.
I mean, so far I'm agreeing. That punishment definitely was, like, not fair towards any of them. They punished the wrong people.
Lumine?
Not saying anything. Silent treatment. Come on, say something.
I'm the only one in this world who calls me that. There's so much I wanted to ask you. But for some reason, I'm not interested in asking those questions right now. There's just one thing I have to ask. One thing I could never understand. Why? Why can't we continue our journey together?
Thank you very much for the subscription, Asim. Thank you for the 5 months. How you doing? Hello, hello. How you doing? And thank you. Maybe they need me as like an inside agent somewhere else. I don't know. There must be a reason, right? And why only tell her this now?
At the end of my journey, I arrived at a place known as the Sea of Flowers at the end. Do you remember? A long time ago, when we traveled between worlds together. You told me you wanted to find a place in the universe where that one flower was in full bloom. To have a place like that suddenly appear before me? Well, would you think of that as a coincidence?
You mean?
I miss you too, Lumine. But as this war continues to rage, and as I continue to seek that final answer...
I'm not getting it so far.
I don't even know how to face myself sometimes. Let alone my own sister.
So he's embarrassed.
What's going on?
This space has lost its tether. I doubt it'll be able to exist much longer. In fact, aside from our ability to physically interact with each other,
you talk too much without answering the question. That's called a dodge.
Kari Bear gone, we won't be able to remember anything that happened here.
Wait! You tricked me!
Everything in this space will be wiped from existence, including all.
Oh god. You know what this is? This is a cheapo trick. You know the cheapo tricks they use in storytelling when they have like either a revelation or like a reveal or something, and then they reveal like either it was a dream or everybody lost their memory or time was turned back or something. That's that, and I hate this so much in storytelling.
You're only telling me this now?
Great. Superb. The oldest trick in the book that they pulled. Why am I not surprised? It's the oldest trick in the book of storytelling. Cheapo storytelling, I mind you.
Still so sleepy. Paimon's head feels all fuzzy. Oh, Paimon woke up a little earlier than you, so Paimon will fill you in. The villagers said that they saw us sleeping near the village yesterday. They couldn't wake us up no matter how hard they tried, so they decided to just bring us back here.
I made a little progress and make it then we forget. Yeah, it reminds me, do you know like when you have like certain like TV series or something that want to keep you like in an endless loop, at some point they're like they give you a tiny hint, like a tiny bit of story progression only to take it back from you, to make it non-canon and disappear all of a sudden. I hate this so much. Like let it continuously add up and not just keep everything gated, and then in one big finale it'll just do a plop, one tiny plop. That's just like too little. I'm not very happy. At least let's remember how Dayton loses. Yeah, wait. No, he needs to save a face or something.
Oh, and Dane came by just now? It looked like he was injured. He didn't say anything though. Just made sure that you were alright and left. Kinda seemed like he had a lot on his mind, but that's Dane for ya. Let's think for a second. We were in that memory, and we saw that guy you called Curry Bear. He was the missing villager.
The one that reminds me of
right?
cheese.
And after that, Paimon doesn't remember what happened.
Paimon doesn't remember either. So much for Paimon being immune or we being immune. Nobody's immune.
Wait, really? What a score! Well, what happened after that?
We don't remember. Oh, magically, I don't remember anymore.
Ah, there you are. Sleep well?
Bayram, you sure seem happy. Did something good happen?
Something good? Huh. Wasn't anything good or bad, I'd say. It's just that, well, the village organized another search party yesterday. It didn't feel right to leave all the searching to the adventurers. So there we were, searching away, when suddenly this one guy said it all came back to him. According to him, one day around dusk, he was passing by this one tree outside the village, and he saw our missing villager. There he was, sleeping under that tree all by himself. His parents came a little later to wake him up, and they all left together. They looked like quite a happy family, apparently.
Okay, so he implanted one last memory of him leaving happily. Is that the message he was supposed to leave, that he
And
said he
after
wanted to
that,
leave?
Well, we all started to feel like that really is what happened. Kind of strange that we forgot all about it for so long. Oh, and we also remembered his name, Curry Bear. Now, that's not a name you hear every day. Would have been helpful if we remembered it sooner.
Oh, well, how a coincidence.
Well, I hope he's happy wherever he is. And we're all relieved now that we know what happened.
Everyone thinks Curry Bear left the village.
We're not gonna tell them anything else.
At least they have some sort of explanation now.
If we tell them instead, they're all gonna be depressed, so we're not gonna do that.
Paimon wonders how Atos is doing. Maybe we should go check on her. If she hasn't remembered like everyone else, we can tell her what happened. I didn't see her in the village just now, so she's probably at the tree. Come on, let's go talk to her.
Seeing how she reacted, it wouldn't matter what we tell her. She'll always be sad. We tell her he's dead, she's sad. If we tell her he just went away with his family forever, she's gonna be sad. She's just doomed to be sad. Why do I have to be the bearer of bad news? Huh? Can somebody else do this? Please? Pretty please? It's gonna have to be me. Okay, here we go.
Hey, Atosa, how's it going?
Is she not very happy, obviously?
Oh, it's you two. I was just about to go looking for you. I wanted to thank you. I was part of the search party, so I remembered what happened to Kari Bear now. Honestly, I just can't believe I forgot something so important. It's funny, but I have this feeling he told me the same thing. I just can't seem to remember when. I guess it doesn't really matter anyway. Life is made up of a series of memories. As long as I hold on to our time together, he'll always be a part of my life.
She did look like that was her opinion 5 minutes ago. She looked really, really sad.
I'm just happy I got to meet him. So, who cares what happens in the future?
Or maybe she kinda has a hunch that her memories have been tampered with. Huh. Let's just
I'll
sit there.
admit, I'm just putting on a brave face. I was dumped, wasn't I? Otherwise, why would he just leave like that without saying goodbye?
Maybe we should tell her. Maybe she deserves the truth.
You don't need to comfort me. I'll be okay. It's just like Kari Bear said. It's the things we overcome that make life more precious. And you know, if he has a heart, maybe he'll come back and see me one day. Anyway, thanks for all your hard work, you two. I promised I'd help Granny Jahiet with something, so I should head back. Goodbye.
Well, that should be it, right? Everyone's lives can go back to normal now. Oh, right. Weren't you about to tell Paimon what happened after your conversation with Kari Bear?
We still don't remember. Or do we?
A picture? Where'd that come from? Let Paimon see.
Wait, who snuck that into my pocket? That's it. We made no progress besides losing the eye that Dane remembers, but I'm unsure if we do too. I don't know. I don't know. Like, I know it's an in-between quest, but like, this didn't feel like progress. This felt like a step back. Or is it just me? It felt like a step back. Also, what's guide? Oh, we get a little reward. Look at me. I like my reward. Yeah, I'm hydrating. Give me a second. This kind of felt like a step back instead of a step forward. Or is it just me? This felt like Kari Bear Part 2, but they wanted to add the Hydro Archon line so that it's this patch. Yeah, but also they kind of like put a little bit in there. And then immediately retconned everything. They retconned the progress. You know what I mean? I'm so confused right now. I mean, at least we remember, or like the traveler remembers the first part of what happened. That's already like a good sign. But like, I think it wouldn't have hurt if they let the traveler remember the meeting with the sibling, and they just had erased like the specifics on what they learned. Like they remembered they saw their sibling, they remembered the hug or something. I mean, kind of they do with the photo, right? In a way, they're like, huh? How did the photo get here? This must mean I did do something where I saw my sibling, but I don't know. But maybe not. Maybe it wasn't that. God, I accidentally pressed my charge attack. Oh well. But other than that, I don't know what I should think about this quest. Could you get down from there, please? No, stay here. Now you go rest your voice. Yeah, I know, I should. Let me just... Let me pour it somewhere. Also, I recently did the quest line that was like in here. Finally! I like unlocked this new area like by stopping in the middle of the quest, and it annoyed me so much that I one day I was just like, okay, I'm gonna complete that today. The Lim's power is gone, the new power we don't see, so nothing. Yeah. They could have just left that part in, because he didn't answer the question anyway, right? He didn't answer the question about what the new power is or what their plan is with it. So technically we didn't learn anything, so why erase that memory part? It was a little bit unnecessary. There's 4 achievements in this. I mean, at least that's something to sway my opinion on the quest. Forgetting adds nothing, yeah. Or does it? Does the forgetting part actually... Because last time when we remembered we have in our siblings' memories, we didn't forget that part either. So... What was the important part that the forgetting is, like, doing? There must be a reason why they added it to the story, right? Like, why would they put in a useless bit? Except they did it for added drama, perhaps? I'm not sure. I like Carberry, but this I kind of feel negative to it. Yeah, it kind of feels... I don't know. It feels a little... I mean, it was good. Until the ending. That we've forgotten, like, the last part. Like, that feels so pointless. I can't wrap my hand around why they did it. Except to create drama for the traveler or something. Also, let me go over here. So we are back to the screen because I'm wrapping it up. Because it doesn't serve any purpose. You know what I'm saying? I would wish that it would serve a purpose. Like, if he told us his plan, so just the audience should know. Like, we as players should know. And then they erase the memories of the traveler. That would be something, but he didn't tell us anything about the plan. So what was the freaking point of erasing the memories? Like, I'm not wrapping my head around this. Also, I'm not quite sure how much they exactly erased. We know we didn't know we talked to the sibling. But somehow now with the photo we do. And who did do the photo, by the way? I mean, who took the photo? Was it Currybeard? Did he somehow take the photo? Because we don't know. We don't know that him dying was an actual thing then? What if they already did tamper with our memories again? And the whole thing about the loom losing its power is a lie or something? That could also be. Kirby took the photo with the last essence, created the photo. That could be us. I'm confused. This just confused the heck out of me. That's all this question. I mean, the butterflies were nice. There was heartbreak in it, which kind of makes me sad, but it's still good storytelling. But the ending was kind of not my case. Honestly, it makes me a little bit worried because the more we approach the next nation, the more the like true end of the game's story approaches, and the closer we get to the ending, the more I'm afraid they'll just butcher the ending. You know what I mean? Like, if this is how they're gonna do it, like, boy, this is gonna end badly. Like, are we gonna get story moving forward big bits only once we're basically standing 5 minutes away from the end boss or something? Like, come on, give us tiny driplets. More and more and more and more. We need progress. Continuous progress. And faster one. But that's a complaint I not only have with Genshin, but other games as well. And a lot of TV series. It seems to be a trend in these times to like stretch your story a lot. I don't know why. It just is a thing that people are tending to do. Probably because then they can get more episodes or like more game time out of the same storyline. It's a bad thing though to like live through or like experience. But I'm complaining too much, am I not? And I don't know if you noticed, but my voice is given up by now. Okie dokie. As far as I know, so far nothing speaks against the stream next Tuesday. If anything changes, I'll let you know on the Discord ahead of time. Currently, my schedule is like a little chaotic with everything happening. So I myself am not aware of what things might bring in the future, but there's always a Discord, so I can inform everybody on time. Other than that, I thank you all for being here. It was a nice stream. Even though the quest ending was a little confusing and a little weird, but in general, I did like the quest. It had a nice pacing. Live stream tomorrow. Doubt. Can't wait for you to play Curling Quest. Is it good? I'll have to like keep that for next stream then. I think it's also about 2 hours, so it would be interesting to play that. And fitting. Maybe we'll play it next stream. If I remember to do it. Hopefully. But yeah, thank you for being here. And I hope to see you again next time, which is hopefully next Tuesday. Bye-bye.